Hit the red button. There's no coming back from it now.
Fuck.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Nerd Word. Let me see which way we're pointing. All right, that's the front. We're going to aim it a little bit that way because, you know, you quieter. Perfect.
I appreciate you, Wyatt.
That ain't gonna be.
She's like, I am here.
I turned the mic towards her, and now she's All Might. I'm like, all right, we just gonna turn that back to Aizawa.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, speaking of him, by the way, I like that.
It's a Razorhead outside of school.
All right,
Yeah.
I like that he was like low key motivational and there for like him. He's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
You did good.
That meant so much. Like, well, before it too, he was like, hey, I know that. He called him. He's like, well, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do it right. And he was like, problem child. Like, I was like, god damn. There's so many.
It goes from the beginning where it's like, you shouldn't be here, to I'm good. I'm glad you're here.
I'm proud of you. He's
And
like,
it's like
I understand you're gonna do it on your own. I got your back.
Yeah.
I got your back.
For those of you who don't know, currently we're talking about My Hero Academia season 4. So if all of that made no sense to you, you should leave.
And
right
it's
now.
not that spoiler.
Either that or watch it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like watch it and come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, then that'll make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Because they just heard that and they're like, what the hell?
What's an Aizawa?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that like a Japanese car?
If they're asking what an Aizawa is, they need to start at season 1.
Oh yeah.
If they at least know what an Aizawa is, if Aizawa plus sleeping bag makes sense to you, then I think that you can watch probably season 4 and you'll be all right.
I need to cosplay him.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true.
I mean,
that or Mike, DJ Mike,
Everyone keeps saying that with me.
because
Or
he's
we-
good at doing the voice.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do the big 3, where Wyatt can be Mirio, and I'll be the, what is her name? Her name's not Shrub.
The one with the quarterly Q,
yeah.
and I could just be the
Yeah,
ball of
the
anxiety.
emo. Yeah.
It's like, why is everyone staring at me?
And then you could
Tamaki.
just
That'll
carry
be
around,
the second Tamaki you've cosplayed in your life.
But then you could just carry around packages of food, which is cool.
And I'm like, it's for the cosplay.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but if you ever do Aizawa, I need to be Miss Joke with you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because
'Cause I wanna wear
you'll be
her
all
outfit.
bubbly and
really
upbeat. I'll
want-
be just bland and
I wouldn't
depressing.
mind doing Mount Lady. We can be,
A tiny Mount Lady. More like Hill Lady.
No, but I just want Miss Joke's.
Izzy can just take pictures from the ground and I'll look really big.
No, but I just want Miss Joke's shorts so badly. They're so cute.
Hey, I'm just gonna put this out here. I don't like Centipeter. He made me feel uncomfortable.
Wyatt's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try to like him.
I did my
And
best.
he's like, I hate everything.
Is it the one
about
that has
him.
like a little normal body with a giant bug head? And I'm like,
Yeah.
that looked creepy too. It literally looked like a bug ate somebody's head and
Yeah.
is now piling
He
its
like-
dead body.
He like wears a nice little butler outfit and
Yeah, I didn't.
has gigantic handsome like
Sounds
this.
like some
I
shit
didn't-
from
I didn't care
Parasite.
for that.
You know what you want? One you could cosplay? That fighter dude with the plague mask, the one that went up against Fat Gum.
Low key, bro. Whenever Fat Gum
spoilers
lost all
for season 4.
that
Hey,
weight.
if you haven't watched it,
It's your fault.
it's your fault.
Look, Fat Gum used fucking all the power he had stored up into a punch, and through thermogenics, he got really fucking cut. And then,
Yeah, she saw a picture of him.
That
and
was
basically said,
awesome.
"That's Fat Gum?
yeah,
Yes.
it is.
That's Fat Gum?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
It was before
It's
time
just
caught up. I was like,
She's
he's
like-
hot.
I know, that's what I was
She's
saying. I was like, cute.
He's fucking hot.
There's a jawline under there, man.
Whenever-
And I was like, "It's not only that, but that's the voice
Whenever-
by Gohan, dude.
Yeah.
I knew that voice was familiar.
It's adult Gohan."
I loved it.
Adult Gohan in a boo body. It's
In a boob box.
Well,
And then
that's
he
not the
gets-
first time that's happened.
now you're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, Froppy and Uravity, they were just like, he's so cute.
To who? Oh, to
To
Fat
Fat
Gum.
Gum.
Yeah. And then he
I
was
don't
like,
remember
"What?"
that part.
Well, it's because he was all fat, and they were like, he's fat and squishy.
He's
Oh.
so cute.
Yeah.
And now they're like, he's cut and ripped.
I don't think they've seen him like that.
Ooh.
It's funny though, because whenever he is cut and ripped, he's actually at his weakest. So it's funny because like just like bodybuilders, whenever they're like dehydrating and going to get on stage, like even though they look really good, they're like at their weakest, which probably still stronger than most people. But like also it's funny because it actually works.
Yeah.
I draw the lines between like reality and anime, and I'm just like, yeah, that's funny because it's real. First, the thermogenics he cut down because he put a lot of energy and burned a lot of calories, and he's like bulking otherwise. Just dirty bulking, eating whatever.
Dirty. I'm constantly dirty bulking. I just stay dirty bulking.
Yeah. But no, that season so far is like clearly we're not even close to done, right?
Deku, dude.
Wait,
100%.
I thought it only
Well,
had
it's
14
because-
episodes. Is there more?
Yeah, there's more.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Thank God. I really was like.
Oh, you thought we were done?
I thought.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
wow, 14 episodes. This sucks. It
No, it's still got more to go. Didn't you not see there's like
Hell yeah.
previews to the next episode?
All right, look. Whenever a
We skipped that shit, but
whenever a
Blasphemy.
we skipped all
an
the.
anime
We
or
don't want to
show
know.
whenever an anime or show is like 22 minutes long, you can go ahead and assume they're probably gonna have more than 14 episodes. You know what I mean? Because that's pretty short. 14 episodes.
I thought
and
it felt
then you
short,
still gotta
honestly.
count for the intro and the outro and the recap.
You're
know,
looking
how
at about
much show-
19 minutes.
Yeah, you might be getting maybe
Yeah.
you might be getting 19 minutes of show. So I would hope they'd have more than 14. Man,
Nah, it's
what is this? My EP coming out next month? That's crazy. Pretty short.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
very
Short,
good-
but amazing.
February
good subtle
29th,
in-
2020.
put in.
Yeah.
Slipping. Very good. Very subtle.
Yeah.
Roll for stealth.
Yeah,
It's a
what I
leap
roll?
year, dude. Oh my god.
You rolled a
Yes,
2.
he did
Ah.
With the plus 18 modifier, so you're good.
Oh, okay. Dang, I got that good ass modifier, huh?
I am invisible.
There it is. I am perfect at segues. 2:29:20. Rapid meditation. But anyway, like I was about to say, is so far the season it has hurt.
Oh,
It has hurt. Lemillion,
Made me
come
cry.
on, man. Oh, and you know
I
what?
still have a high because they were talking about how they had the thing that robbed it, but they also had the antidote. So I still think that he's going to end up getting his mojo back.
I
Even
hope
so, even without that,
He was still holding his own.
He
But
was
that's
fucking-
because he's skilled. You know,
Yeah.
he wasn't just all
Yeah.
the power. So
which means he can still be a hero even without his
Wait,
powers.
you
'Cause
remember-
he's got
he
straight.
he might be
Sir
able to
Night
be
Eyes
that-
was like, you're gonna be the greatest hero, and like,
All right, but that could mean a lot of things, though.
It could,
That
it
doesn't.
could.
When he said you're gonna be the greatest hero, it could have meant like he's gonna be like the head of the police force or something, and actually be like a hero on the ground. You know, you never know. That could have been a very concealed message that he was trying to. Almost to throw us. I'm always so skeptical with like the way people set up trailers, and whenever they say things
I
to
honestly
set you
I
thought-
think
off
he's
the
going to get his
trail.
mojo back.
I hope so.
I
That's
have
what
I have a feeling he's
that
going to
is
get
what
his
I
mojo back.
lean for.
the way that they were like doing things, I honestly, my first thought was that Racerhead was gonna get his taken away.
God, I hope not.
Like, cause he was doing all the sweet Deku things, and like, just, it was.
Or
it
he
was like
wasn't going to get his
wasn't
taken
there.
away. He's just going to straight up die or something.
Like major figure
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
how
thought
they,
he was
like,
gonna like jump in front of Deku
really
and
make
take a
you
bullet.
love a character again
Just before they either cripple him or kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they tie off those loose ends, and then you know they're going.
Like gets his
some-
eyes gouged out or something.
Yeah.
That was a good episode for us to end on though, just
Yeah.
because there wasn't a whole lot of cliffhanger. I'm like, all right, a lot of
The main bad guy was dealt with.
I don't care for open-ended question mark things. Me and
That annoys me.
my other friend Wyatt both had this.
Wyatt and Wyatt have agree on something.
No,
Yeah.
we disagree on something.
Oh, we disagree on
Yeah,
something.
we agree on most everything, but on this point we disagree. He prefers open-ended things where you don't exactly know what happened at the end.
It leaves you
I
up for
prefer
interpretation.
I prefer confirmation, or at least lead me to believe there's pretty much one way of thinking about how something ended.
I'm pretty much
Yeah.
the same way.
I both kind of balance it. It depends on the situation and the scenario and what you're dealing with,
Mhm.
whether it could be open-ended or not.
Yeah.
Because if it is
And if it is open-ended for me, there better be a sequel.
Exactly, that's the thing. Like if there's a possibility of people wanting the main baddie to come back or whatever, kind of like what they did with All for One. Where they kind of left it where he can come. There's a way that maybe he can come back or whatever, be the new bad guy again, or still running things from the shadows. That's a good one. Like leaving things. Okay, this is it. It's done. Like what they did with Stain. I like that. Like know where to draw the line on certain things and know when to leave the lines open. Is a key of good writing.
But don't forget about it though.
No.
Because
that's just going to feel like a cop-out, and it's going to piss off people.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing whenever you're writing, too, is trying to keep everything categorized so that you don't forget some of the open ends. Like, say you get far enough down the line, don't forget about Stain. Don't forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about
like in Supernatural, when they left his brother in the
yeah,
hell pit or whatever, and then
never
addressed it ever again.
During
which, by the way, I have not watched the new season of Supernatural. Have you?
I have not.
Oh, well, we should
like they did Rise of Skywalker with Finn. Hey, I need to tell you something. Hey, I need to tell you something. And the movie ends, and he never says what he was wanting to tell her.
You know exactly what he wanted to tell her. He wanted to tell her that he loved her.
No, that's not entirely true. He can either say that he was force sensitive.
No, I think it was heavily implied that he had feelings for her.
Yeah, I think that's heavily implied. But if he was gonna say, he
talking about that chick on the planet, right, with the goggle thing.
No.
Finn
was like telling Ray, like, I have to tell you
Oh,
something.
it was the scene where they were going down that little pit.
And she was like, if
you haven't seen it, shame on you.
That's a very one-sided relationship.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And that's what made it like, guy, like, don't say anything, like.
but Finn and Poe.
Yeah, just say. There's like 3 things he could have said. He said he was in love with Ray, that he was force sensitive, or that he already had sex with Poe.
So.
I love Poe, and she's like, oh. Okay.
You love Pooh? Okay.
That's why Poe was like, what'd you have to say to Ray?
It's like, were you finally going to tell her about us? Were you finally going to tell her about... Don't put me on the back burner, man. Fuck you.
But, onto My Hero, because, you know, it's still fresh in the brain. Yeah. I felt like it was a good place to end at, so that I had a little bit of loose ends tied up, and I'm like, okay, now we'll start the second leg of it. I'll probably let it get a few more episodes in, because I can only assume that if, like, you legally download this next episode and then pass it to me,
you're gonna get the taste, and you're like, I want more.
It'll be a cliffhanger. Yeah. If I'm gonna get my anime cocaine, I need at least a pound of it. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
But
I can't just have one hit.
Here's one thing I wanted to talk about, because my brain's been kind of busting. What do you kind of have like a theory about for the rest of the season?
I feel like it's false hope, and I feel like All Might's actually gonna die, but Deku's really gonna like try to change the future. But I feel like it was just false. To make
Unpopular
it hurt
opinion.
Way more.
Unpopular opinion. I think it's gonna go with that little girl's power to rewind things.
Oh, that's
where All Might's gonna get fixed up, and he's gonna be able to again.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, that's a cool theory, but I feel...
And that's also kind of how I think Lemillion's going to get his mojo back.
Lemillion, I feel like getting rewound makes more sense.
Because it was more current.
I just feel as though if All Might were to get rewound, as it were, he would not get rewound all the way.
Yeah.
Because that would interfere with the storyline that they've built so far. It would almost be these 4 seasons are for naught, because this whole build up to I'm hurt, I can't do this anymore, I need to pass it along for now we're up to season 4, just to be like, never mind. Don't get me wrong, in my heart of hearts, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Exactly,
that's what I want. But I'm just saying, as far as storytelling is concerned, it seems like you're just kind of wiping away everything that you... Am I wrong or right?
Oh, no, you're definitely right. But here's my thought. Because they were talking about how he was going to have one last battle and that was when he was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
If he's battling right now, it's literally gonna be a scrawny guy.
Yeah.
So he if anything, he'd get his mojo back just for that last fight, and then would probably be
also,
at the moment where he would
about,
either live or die.
If you think about
It'd
like the
be cool
timeline of the movie and like him fighting that evil villain, and then he already fought like One for All or All for One. Like, he's already done those battles and lived. Like, Deku's already helped him out with those things. So I feel like it could have already passed the future that Sir Night Eyes already saw. Because he said 6 or 7 years or whatever, and it was...
He has like a year or two left.
This timeline is like...
The movie doesn't fit into the actual timeline.
What? Yeah, it does.
Not really, because
it was
like a summer thing before school started.
Yeah. And then they did flashbacks and gave you a little bit more All Might backstory. It fits fine.
Yeah.
It all works okay.
It was like a spring break type thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess I gotta rewatch that season, but it didn't fit fully.
No, it did. It was essentially just like, hey, we're gonna go do this thing.
You got some All Might backstory.
Then we got to see a little bit of family. And then they were intertwining what they were doing currently in between seasons 3 and season 4, along with All Might backstory. And then All Might, remember, still couldn't hold his form for very long, so he was only able to fight that one time, even though that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
But no, it all fit okay. There wasn't anything.
I'll have to rewatch it because I kind of feel like they put that hey, I'm going over to this thing after he'd already lost his.
I think the timeline is between season 2 and 3. I don't think it's 3 and 4.
Yeah, what? You sure?
Yeah, or during 3, like on a vacation.
I think it was around 3.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Okay.
I thought we had finished season 3, and then we were excited because we were like, cool, we're getting more My Hero.
I'm gonna rewatch it and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch the entire
sure it fit.
3rd season.
And also,
in my memory, I feel like it happened after he lost One for All.
Well, he never entirely lost it. Like the time got smaller and smaller.
No,
and then in the movie, he was forced to go further. He shouldn't have even been able to use it, but he was just able to in the moment. It was like in the moment. You know how they do. You know how animes are like, I can no longer use my power. Well, in this instance, I have to, or everyone will die.
No, but literally from what I'm remembering is the fight with All for One, and that was where the last bit of his power was snuffed away.
That's why I think it was before.
I think it was after that, but I'll have to rewatch it.
Okay, Google. Where does the My Hero Academia movie fit in the My Hero Academia canon? The story takes place between the 2nd and 3rd season of My Hero Academia, as Deku and All Might travel to the moving city, Island, and must fight a villain who has taken the entire island hostage with the help of Deku's classmates. Okay, but that makes more sense though, right? Mm-hmm. Because at that point he hadn't been fully snuffed yet.
Yeah. Okay. Now I guess it was just my memory putting things in the wrong order.
It might have came out after season 3 though. But that's possible.
Because it came out before in Japanese.
Yeah.
And then in English during season 3. That's what it was.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. And that's where that makes sense for us being, oh, cool, we get more My Hero after we were done with season 3 because it had only just come out because of the way timing works between us and Japan.
I know, I'm so excited for the Demon Slayer movie. Like, I'm ready for that.
Yeah. I have not even looked at Demon Slayer. I know it's on my list, but I still have yet to do that. I'm still watching.
This man wants to get on to me about not watching Crisis Infinity Earth in a day, but then you haven't seen Demon Slayer.
Hey,
Demon Slayer's incredible.
It's so good.
I'm still watching Cautious Hero.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Does he have like caution tape that he fucking?
No, it's basically this anime. This guy gets sent to this world. He has to save the world from a bunch of demons and everything, but it's just like he's he's got like crazy stats, but he's overly cautious. So he's just like, he's taking on like a level 1 slime, and he's like a level 83. He's just like, it could still come back. I'm gonna burn it more. And he's like sitting like nuclear hellfire meteor storm, just decimating it, leaving
That's me
a
in
gigantic
Witcher.
crater. He says, hey, there's still some ashes left.
That's me in the Witcher storyline because I'm always doing the side stuff, so I'm always like 5 or 10 levels like above like all the main storyline.
Yeah, like the like your boss is like, haha, you can't defeat me, and you're like 15 levels above, and you're like, bitch, please.
Basically.
I mean, whenever I used to play my Pokemon games on Game Boy, I would just battle Pokemon for like a long time before I'd go to fight the next gym, just so I could like get the stats of my whatever Pokemon I had.
So, like,
up.
I do that in every game.
So
honestly.
you go against was it Katrina? She's like a Sabrina.
Sabrina, yeah.
She's got like a level 15 Kadabra, and you're like, all right, I'll summon this level 48.
Shiny Charizard.
No, like
Gengar, fuck your shit up.
She's like, where the fuck you get that?
oh, I just been in the grass way too long. I don't use any repellent.
Repellent, what's that?
I got so many ticks from that.
Yeah. Pokey ticks.
Chigger bites, man.
People don't know about that. I'm just saying, like, people that, like, listening to this.
Oh, yeah, if you're not from the South, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at the stats of the people that listen to the podcast, and, of course, most is the U.S., but then it's, like, UK and Australia next.
Then the
They
Australians
might
would know, like, chigger
Oh,
bites.
yeah.
Those things are about, like, the size of puppies, right? That eat whole families. That's what's on that one dude's head on My Hero Academia.
The Centipeter.
No, I don't
The
like
cent-
I
yeah,
like Centipeter.
That's what it is. That's an Australian trigger bite.
The Centipeter.
Hey, heart goes
Why
up.
does that kind of sound
And
like something like
he has
something
like a robot, like a really tiny robot voice too. So it like his audio's not even that great. His whole
It just
character
sounds
sucks.
creepy.
Yes.
Well, no, I think they did that to try to make him sound a little bit more cute, you know, to take away from the fact that he's utterly disgusting.
I would have loved if he had a
And
manly
his name
voice.
sounds like a creeper that you find on like New York subway.
Centipeter.
He tried to please his wife, but he only had a Centipeter.
No.
so that's unfortunate. Dress nice, wear a suit, become a hero.
It's got 100 legs.
What? Why are you looking down like that?
Because his Centipeter got 100 legs. That's weird.
Yeah, man, I was doing my best to like him, but it wasn't
I
happening.
was doing my best just to ignore him.
I miss Gang Orca. I didn't see him once so far.
Where's the lack of Gang Orca is
Yeah,
disturbing.
100%.
But Gang Orca season 3 was legit.
Oh, hell
Whenever
yeah.
he was being a bad guy, he was just like,
He's
"Ugh,
the
fuck you up."
He's the #1 villain, or the #1 hero to look like a villain.
No.
They have like a whole list or whatever.
No, he's the number 3
Number
hero to look like
Is
a
Endeavor-
villain. He's like top 10. He's like number
Endeavor's the one that
He's
looks
number 2 hero.
heroic but acts like a villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But no. Gang Orca is like the number 3 hero that looks like they should be a villain, and I think he's like ranked number 9 or something. I could be mistaken. I could just okay.
They have a
Google.
list.
Endeavor's just a prick.
When in doubt, okay.
What is
Google.
Gang Orca from My Hero Academia's rankings in the hero system? See what we got here. Oh, it definitely did not. Oh, this is a
Also,
wiki.
I just found
It's a
out
wiki.
that
Okay.
Todoroki, his scar isn't from his fire.
Yeah,
From
she
the
was just
boiling
talking
water.
about
Yeah.
that.
I was like,
Well,
I was so
talk
sad.
about that for while he's looking that up.
Yeah.
Well, like, when his mom like threw the hot water on his face, his like quirk was totally fine with it. But when she went to heal him with her ice abilities, it created the scar because it was like
You're
know,
not
Like
supposed
freezer
to
burn.
put, yeah, you're not supposed to put ice on heat
yeah.
at all.
Which I was like, oh, that's even more depressing to be honest.
Yeah, because I saw someone post that on Facebook, and I'm just sitting there like,
Man,
what?
that's as cold as ice.
That was a sick burn.
So he's the number 12 hero. He used to be number 10.
Aw.
I don't know what happened.
Why
It
he went
shows
down?
their.
He hadn't going to the gym as like he should.
It shows the
You know,
current
kind of
rank.
hitting McDonald's too much.
It shows their current rank and then their previous rank, and then it lets you know whether or not they're active or inactive.
Hmm.
Why does it say best Gene? I guess we don't know if he's active or inactive.
He got hurt,
technically?
didn't he? In one.
Yeah, he
season?
got like
So we don't know right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
he had a hole in his stomach.
Ah, so did Sir Night Eyes.
So am I.
Yeah, no, but he
Can we
got
get a
away
patch?
longer.
Can someone get a patch and sew best Gene is up, please?
They just put one of those flower patches, you know. From
Yeah. It's like, hey, okay now.
You
So
couldn't
we
have
got-
picked some
Oh
man.
no, my jeans are stained.
Here's
With
the,
what? My blood.
Here's the current rankings for fun of some of the heroes. Endeavor's number 1 now, of course. Then Hawks,
Fuck, bitch.
number 2. Best Genus, number 3. Edge Shot, number 4. Mirko, number 5. Crust, number 6. Kamui Woods, number 7. Is that the tree?
Yeah, where he has all the tree limbs and he has the weird penis-shaped head.
Yeah.
He does though.
Wash is number 8. Yorio,
It's
Musha,
it's
number
it's
9.
pronounced Balland.
Mm.
Ryokuyu,
That's what that means.
number
Okay.
number 10. Gang Orca 12. Shishido 13. And then there's like some gaps in here, you know what I'm saying? So it goes Mount Lady 23, Fat Gums 58 hero. I feel like he was doing pretty good.
Yeah, he should be higher up. He should be like 25.
I don't know. We'll have to see those other rankings though. We haven't really run into all the
That's
heroes
true.
yet.
Yeah.
So
But Mount Lady is like, what was it? You said 24, 25?
Mount Lady is 23.
We got Rock,
23.
we got Rockland, who's new.
Mount Lady's 23, but to the really really pervy fans, number 1.
Hey, you remember the Wild Wild Pussycats?
Yes.
They're ranked 411.
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
All 3 of them
It
at
just-
once.
it just-
All they do is just sit in the
Bro, I
woods
don't
and
know,
run a
I don't
camp.
know
So
what happened to them. Their
They're
previous
camp counselors.
their previous ranking was 32. So I don't know.
like
what
honestly, I
what
could
y'all
I could
did.
see y'all 3
That's so
cosplaying
cute.
that.
should cosplay
You
that.
could be
I
the
want to
the big
cosplay
burly one in the back.
Mhm.
Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, if that means I get to carry around some ice cream, like.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Her
Like y'all
outfits are
2
really
can
cute.
cosplay a couple of them, and then get Izzy to cosplay one of them.
Oh, I'm talking
that'd
about
be
cosplaying this Harley Quinn thing.
Eh.
It's cute, and she'd be so comfy for the con.
What
Hell
food
yeah.
refresher carrot?
Oh.
Whoa.
But
I'm excited for new episodes. So,
of the My Hero?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now we.
because we only got to episode.
I'm looking
14,
forward
so.
to the new movie that's coming out.
There's another My Hero.
Yeah, there's another
Oh.
My Hero movie. Didn't you hear about it? They've already had a trailer. It's not going to be in English just yet because it always takes forever for them to do it.
I think so.
But yeah, there's
Where's this one sitting at? Like, as far as the storyline is concerned?
it's going to be after All Might loses his power, so it's going to be mainly about the Class A1 students.
Well, I mean, of course. But of course.
I'm trying to remember because it's been a hot minute since I've seen it.
I just love how they were just like, oh, how's study going? You know, and they're just like,
So casual.
like
lunch.
no, they're just like
No,
really
they're just-
depressed
they're
and
just like-
like. They're just like really serious and depressed because all this like really terrible shit's going down.
But
They
they
did
can't
just
say
like
nothing
the
about it.
first
Look at
hero.
study.
Their first heroes to graduate UA with PTSD.
Yeah.
Why,
All I
Because
can
like
imagine-
we're students and we're already having to fight like A-class villains. The fuck?
Why does Deku just keep staring at his food and crying? It's so weird.
I
Well,
love how
then
they-
again, he usually just cries about random bullshit.
Well, yeah,
he's a
but
cancer. They literally cheered him up with food. Like
they were like,
I mean,
And
that
you
the
should
people
be-
could cheer me up with food, and I
You
ain't a
speak from
cancer.
Experience.
exactly.
I'm just a
That's
really
it.
bad person, but I wouldn't call myself a cancer.
And he has no humor in any of his body. Like me.
But then again, he breaks his body. He breaks himself like a million times. He's like,
Not anymore.
that was good that he had the healer on his back. I mean, eventually it was too much, but
but that was awesome
It's
seeing
so
Deku
cool.
go 100%.
yeah, and it was also cool the recognition he got from Izawa, telling him not a whole lot of people could have done that. We don't even know the extent of her powers. So he
And
was,
then the only reason he's like, I know the only reason you could do that because you're purposely breaking your body before more than more than she could reverse it.
Yeah, you were breaking yourself faster than she could heal you.
I really love how all of them got recognized as like heroes and became equals.
Yeah, they all
and
had
stuff
respect
like,
of like the
like
heroes.
Kirishima, and Facum was just like, man, if you
Like the
weren't
only
here
reason
today,
we're alive is because of him.
You know, at first I thought Deadlock or whatever the hell his name is.
Rocklock.
Rocklock.
Yeah, at first I thought he
Cockblock.
At first I thought he was just an asshole until he explained like the fact that he was being so hard about why the kids were there was because he was actually worried for their safety.
Yeah, because
and
he
I was
had a kid
like,
of his own.
dang, so you were just being an asshole to cover up the fact that you're a sweetheart. That's incredible.
Like,
no, what
he's
do you
like,
think?
he said I'm worried about my wife and kid. And
what do you think of Kirishima's like unbreakable heart form?
We were like in awe. It was
cool.
so cool.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think he probably would have took that dude out if that shield hadn't gone up. You know what I'm saying? With that punch, I feel like he would have won that.
Oh yeah. That shield
That was
dude
just
definitely
awesome.
undercut it.
That was another one of those kind of like tear welling moments whenever Fat Gum was like, You've done so much. You've done enough. Like, he had him.
You
in
got
his
to
hands
shiver the spirit and stuff, and he was all crying because like.
He explained to them and like about how the villains and Fat Gum were wrong about him. I was just. Yeah, it's alright. You absolutely right, Fat Gum.
And he was like, "Yeah, take that boy, I mean man, to the room," and we were like, "Yes, yes."
Like Shia LaBeouf is like.
I wouldn't even count that dude as like a purposeful villain.
He just wants a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, if he got a little bit of Goku mentality in him, except he keeps getting his ass whooped by the homeboy. But no one else could really beat that guy in a fight besides Deku eventually. And that's only because he was able to use 100% of his power for once.
And not only that, but he was able to get that guy his brain going crazy. So he wasn't thinking more strategically. He's just like, smash!
True. Turned him into a big old monster as opposed to like a strategic, like turn the ground into
spikes
and stuff.
Yeah.
Boy got shot.
Yeah, man.
Boy got shot with the take away his powers.
Yeah.
That
and
hurt.
he still was like, I am a fucking hero still.
No, the fact that he got his powers taken away and he was still like breaking a
He's
dude's
like, I
arm.
don't even
He's
need
like,
those powers.
go. And he's like beating the shit out of him without powers. Fuck yeah.
The whole cape thing too got me like, that was...
She saw the cape as like a security blanket.
Yeah, that's exactly why that's what he said. He said we wear it so that we can comfort others with it. Like, and I was like,
he used it in a strategy.
No capes, but like.
But Edna Mose says no capes.
Exactly.
Well,
there's a reason.
There's less flying heroes, you know. I don't see them on the flying heroes. There's probably a different set of cape rules in the My Hero Academia.
I'm just saying, like, because we're so trained with that, like no capes thing. It's like he really gave a huge purpose to the cape, and like it was just really nice.
Yeah.
Well, he was able to use it strategically, but then also as a comfort mechanism, so it was a multi-purpose item at that point. And then, even when he was totally trashed and was bleeding, he still was trying to push to get her away, and like when he was dragging his foot and he was just bleeding down the hallway.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this man's soul.
It's like Superman. It's like a symbol of hope. The red cape.
Well, that's why they were all trying to keep the smile on their face. Even Deku at one point, when he just had the smile on his face.
Whenever he was like after he's in the middle, so she looks up, he's just smiling.
Yeah.
And then he used that same cape to tie her onto his back.
Yeah.
That cape came in handy.
The best storytelling comes full circle.
It really does.
Oh.
I think Wyatt would kill Emirio though, in that Lemillion costume.
Oh yeah, Wyatt could kill it.
I've never even seen a Lemillion cosplayer, so that would be so
There is
awesome.
one. She actually showed me some pictures of him. The dude is legit really good looking.
I have to find that guy again, but it looked like...
Unlike Wyatt.
Yeah, unlike Wyatt, the dude
said
doesn't
that.
look like trash.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a pile of burning garbage over here. It's fine.
No,
That can't rap.
Yeah, they can't rap. EP coming out.
Look,
at the end of
silly,
the
got
month.
the mad scientist hair. You know,
Yeah.
look at that patch of beard.
Look.
Got that Bernie Sanders look.
The problem.
The 1%.
Yeah. The problem is the 1%. the top 1% of 99% of 32% of the people that eat sandwiches don't need to pay taxes. If they're working 40 hours a week, they shouldn't not be able to pay for a foot long that isn't even a foot long. I'm like,
No,
what?
1%
Is
along
that
with the.
really something he said?
No.
You created that? That's
I was expecting you to be like, it's the 1%. Also, the 99% need to listen to my EP that comes out.
22920 picked it. You know, a lot of thought went into that.
Spotify.
Oh, Spotify, Google Play, all the music. You know,
iTunes.
Put it on Anchor.
Bro, if you guys buy it, well, Anchor is more of like the distributor that we use for like the Anchor. It gets posted on, but then also that's the site that distributes it to all the other places. Whereas what I use for the music now is DistroKid.
Yeah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a podcast and you're just gonna play your EP.
Hey, look, it's all my music. You're not gonna get in trouble for any copyrights.
That is very true.
You're gonna hear Rap and Meditate as the new.
That's gonna be the new intro for everything.
Hey.
That's a different song for each one of the Nerd News. It's gonna be one of them. Then it's gonna be.
Look,
here's a background thing of why it's disc golf video.
Yeah.
When he's in the car, we were jamming to J. Cole. We weren't even listening to his music.
Oh yeah, I took the sound out of the clip and muted it, and then played my music and turned it down a bit.
And after he did that, I was like, "Oh, you clever."
Hey, just
but
because.
But no lie though, we
do
jam his music just at that moment when I was filming.
But yeah, it was kind of like what I did with the horror stories. I muted the Crypt Keeper, put in your audio, then put like background sound effects just to bring the audio back in to make it sound like his from the thing.
Yes.
That's what I did with his
I was very
voice
proud of that.
things
Yeah.
too, like when he did the Western
Adding all the
movies,
sound effects.
Yeah,
The
I was
sound-
very
Tombstone,
proud of how I
yeah.
did that.
That
Well,
was-
matching with the lightning and everything.
that was
Pro
good, man.
editing.
Also, that's a lot of different clips from a lot of different things, man.
I
like how you said horror movies or whatever.
I told him about that.
I was like, I could list it, but no. I did list off all the movies in the search thing. It was like, I'm just like, she's fucking. I spent longer typing all that shit out than I did doing the fucking video.
Editing the video.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I'm just like, ah.
Man, what's the deal with some of these converters not wanting to work and having to switch between converters? Are you having that same problem?
I'm having that same shit.
I have to like go through and check the ones that normally work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and then I gotta switch to another one. It's just like, is it a good day for you? Is it a good day for you to convert some videos?
Like, hey, you feel like doing your job today?
Yeah.
You feel like
No.
Go fuck yourself.
You
We
put
love
a link.
the ads on those YouTube.
Oh, they're
converters,
hilarious.
though.
They are
so
hilarious,
funny.
though. Those ads where it's like, you'll never play another game ever again.
Don't
It's
tell
like,
your friends about this game you're playing.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like,
Oh, it's mostly
wild.
like anime porn games. That's like the.
you won't last
Oh,
5
like that
minutes.
Yeah, exactly,
That Battle
exactly.
Girl Z, whatever. the fuck
There's so many of them. It's.
And then there's like really crazy ones too, where it's like soybeans will save your life, or some like really weird shit
Soybeans
like
can make
that.
your dick grow.
It's
Yeah,
super.
yeah.
There's like super specific ones. It'll be like hot Asian milfs in the south side of Houston. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You
Like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Not if they coffin.
yeah. What? Not if they're in a coffin?
No,
Not if they're
I would
coughing.
hope not.
he's talking
buddy.
about the coronavirus.
No. Yeah. I don't really even know anything about that coronavirus.
It's from that
It's essentially
The chest cold.
hey, you want something to be afraid of? Well, the media supplied that for you.
Hey, you're not afraid of this whenever it's just
Is it
like
like
Eastern
whenever we
people,
had-
but when it comes over to the West, then you
It
freak
literally-
out about it.
Is it like whenever we had the Ebola breakout thing?
Yes,
or
And the
whatever?
Ebola,
And
the
then
swine
plague
flu,
for a little
the
bit?
And I find it funny that in America, the ones that are freaking out about it are the ones that don't vaccinate their kids.
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to freak out about it if your kids actually had a fucking immune system.
And they always catch it in Dallas.
That's
I don't know
pretty
why, but
It's
it's,
like-
always
it's
Dallas.
always
It's like, hold on a second. I
And
need to get
Ebola
more
in
essential
Dallas.
oils. You'll be okay, little
If-
Jimmy.
If Dallas wasn't so gross.
What?
Controversial.
Well, isn't Dallas like
It's
full of like
it's facts.
hipsters?
No, that's Austin.
Oh, yeah, that's Austin.
Yeah, Austin just ate so many hipsters, so he's just full of hipsters.
I liked hipsters before they were cool.
They go great on a BLT.
I've only been to Austin once, and I went to the Austin Rodeo or whatever, which was literally inside of a fancy building in like a rotunda. It was really lame. But I'm like, none of this is Western. Like, I don't understand it. But
no, we're gonna be going to near Austin pretty soon.
Yeah, because
it's
we're going
decent,
to
it's cool.
we're going to Sherwood,
Yeah,
Ren Fair.
We
Yeah,
wanna go
like I said, me and you are gonna have to pick 2 different weekends, I suppose.
Like I'm going
Like
the 27th through the 29th. So
Yeah.
Of what?
March.
Okay.
Doug is going the week before that one.
All right, I guess I'll.
Go the week after?
Well, no, I gotta check in with the other guards and stuff.
So you probably have to be doing like April or May.
How long does that even run?
I got no fucking idea.
Probably maybe the same as Ren. It's just in the beginning of the year.
I think it's like February to April, I think. Like late February. I think it starts on like leap year
Just let me know.
day, like the 29th.
But as I was saying, we were in a bus, and so our teachers are like, oh yeah, this is over here, this is over here. So then we're all like looking just like at a red light, and this lady with her titties out, like no lie, is like eating out of a trash can. And our teachers are like, everybody look to the right, do not look left. And we're all like, but
Look
why?
I'm sorry, that
well,
just
like
reminded
it's just a titty out.
Were
That
they
just
good
reminded
titties
me
or
of
were
the
they like
Vine.
titties?
No,
Well,
this was
lady's
a very
eating-
overweight, like,
I was about
lady.
to say, this lady's
yeah.
eating out of a trash can. How good a titty do you think could possibly
No, but that
be?
just
It
reminded me
was
of that
not.
stupid Vine of barbecue sauce on my titties, and that girl just.
Yeah,
Sweet sour sauce.
they were just like trying not to like say anything about it, but we were just like,
You know the
bad.
beautiful thing about titling a video? Like, I'm not going to, but you can just pick literally a couple of topics that you talked about. So imagine just me putting in
Austin
cannibal.
titty.
No, I was
Like
gonna go
my hero, cannibal, and then
Titties.
trash can titty.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much what I was gonna say.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Stole his joke. How dare you, Austin?
That's what I do.
Oh, it's no, I'm fine to it. What's that dude's name? That Spanish comedian that stole jokes. There, all the other comedians hate him. All the other comedians hate him.
Enrique.
the guy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Gabriel look good?
No.
No.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh, God, who is it?
Don't worry.
Medina.
Okay, Google.
Somebody stole jokes out
Who's
of
the
him,
comedian that
um,
goes dirty? It's not John Mulaney. that you're wrong.
Everyone loves John Mulaney.
Oh, Carlos Mencia? Is that
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
Mencina.
I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, that's because he fell far from grace.
He's so far so that he couldn't even be raised from perdition.
No one can grip him tight and resurrection.
Was Castiel's
Castiel grips him like, not you. Then goes.
No, he tried. He tried. Oh man, it's like the claw
He's like,
machine.
I
It's
thought
the
you were
claw
fun.
machine.
Yeah.
Wow.
He actually does. He picks it like,
Claw.
I thought you were funny, but I can't even reach you.
You have no humor in your entire body.
And like I'm,
I
like
do. I do
Castiel's
love
like, I'm funnier than you are.
Castiel's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. He's funnier than.
I'd say Castiel's kind of funny, like Mitch is funny. You know, the inadvertent funny.
Oh, we gotta tell Mitch to watch. Listen to this now.
Oh,
I know
alright,
he
hold
insulted
on,
my
wait.
sister the last one, and now he insulted Mitch in this one.
No, Mitch would be like, yeah, you're right.
We'll tell Mitch to jump to 43:24. That's about whatever.
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Yep. The power of podcast.
Look, bitch, you should have went and got a tattoo with me, and you wouldn't have gotten any kind of problems. Bro. Fuck.
Oh, is that what we're about to talk about right now? So our boy, he got a tattoo, right? And he loves.
Don't do
Don't
this.
No, don't do
No,
that to
don't
him.
do this.
Oh, well, we're already talking trash. I thought you just talk trash. You just talk trash.
But I didn't say like anything.
Wow.
Direct.
Is that what we're? You literally just called him a bitch, and I'm.
That's fine. He
Oh.
knows.
Well, Cecily's got that unpopular opinion. Everyone knows she's trash.
And everyone hates me.
Oh man, I have a.
We're trying to save you, man. You gotta be the angel. I'm the prick. She's the one with the unpopular opinion. You're the nice one.
I'm a barrel full of sardines.
I was gonna say it nice. I was just gonna whatever. All right, next topic. Whatever you say. Shoot.
Segue. Listen to Wyatt's EP.
Oh my god.
Natural one.
So we do this thing whenever somebody does something. We base it on a roll from D&D about how well they did it. So whenever you hear that's a nat 1 or you roll for this, no, you know that makes sense, guys.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah,
I'm sure like the 3 people that listen to this.
Yeah.
Hey, it's up to 5 now, buddy.
Really?
Because we posted a thing and they came back.
All right. Well, I'm sure the 5 people that have heard this probably know something about D&D.
Maybe they just heard that
1 out of every 5 individual has played D&D in their life.
And the other 4 need to jump on the bandwagon.
Wait, isn't it bad to be a bandwagoner?
Don't fucking think about it. Just join the bandwagon. Don't think. Join Scientology.
I don't succumb to peer pressure. but also, it's harmless.
What's harmless?
Harmless peer pressure. That's all.
Yeah. What's that thing that you said the last podcast?
Social puppeteering.
It's a social puppeteering. Get fucking on it.
You were already playing D&D, and then you have 80 people going up to them and be like, "Man, you were so good at playing D&D," and they're like, "Well, crap, I guess I've been playing D&D lately."
What's D&D? It must be something I'm doing.
It must be a sex thing.
Could be, depending on who your DM is.
It depends on how far off script we're going.
Yeah.
Dildos and dragons.
Dick dragons.
Oh, what's that? Is that a dragon? No, giant fire-breathing dildo.
No, it's instead of D&D, it's DVD. Dick be dragon.
I'm just saying now the game
Dirty
just starting to
bad
look like
dragons.
the game's just starting to look like modded Skyrim. At this point, you got Thomas the Tank Engine trying to kill you.
Dun, 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 dun.
So that's
All the vampires look like whores.
You got the shots are Shia LaBeouf's "Do It, just do it."
mods are fun.
It's so funny though, because when I used to mod Skyrim, I had like 3 mods, and it was literally like cosmetic mods, like to make things look cooler. And people who would mod like everything in the game, like better stats, better weapons, all this stuff, they're like,
everything made out of Nick Cage.
They were like, why are you so vanilla? Like, I'm just like, I just wanted my mace to be a little more green. I don't know. Like,
Oh no, I would have to say the best mod I ever did on Skyrim was that I modded the moon to look like the moon from Majora's Mask. Like Legend of Zelda. No, here's the funny part.
The moon's huge in that game.
I know.
And like when you're looking,
No,
I know what you're talking about.
No. So
Yeah, you would hate
for
for your
a
joke to
good
get
few
stolen.
weeks, for a good few weeks, I didn't play the game because I was busy working. So I get back on the game, and I'm walking around. Everything's fine. It's nighttime. I turn and look up at the sky, and I see the moon, and I go, "Holy shit! What is that?" Oh.
Oh my gosh.
He hears me. He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I forgot I modded the moon." And he's like,
Only you can mod the moon in real life. Or let's mod the sun.
"Yes,
Let's shoot an elven blood arrow into the sun.
yes."
Make it a red sun.
Yes.
Look, I'm just gonna let you know that's gonna have some long-lasting effects. You're gonna have
Oh
fun.
no, it disappears.
Well, I'm just letting you know the effects it would actually have on the Earth. First of all, if the moon changes sizes, we're gonna have some tide problems. All right?
No, this thing would block out the sun.
That's not good either.
Just for a little bit.
So you have
That's not good. That's like being
have
like,
an
oh, these volcanoes went off. The soot's gonna block the sun. Yeah, only for a little bit.
Well,
That's not good.
Yeah,
You have
only
an
for
elven
like
arrow?
a lunar little bit, which is about like a few million years.
You have an elven arrow that's cursed with
Like vampire blood.
cursed blood, basically. And so when you shoot it into the sky, it creates like a blood sun, basically. And so all the creatures can come out, and the sun will not hurt them. So werewolves can just walk around during the day, and so can vampires, and they won't get hurt. But it'll still be bright outside,
But they get to attack.
and everything all spooky and red.
That's
Well,
like-
in all honesty, we're all fucked anyway.
like
So
Yeah,
Halloween.
TBH. I mean,
it's all about what's gonna kill us.
If we could mod in real life, it would be such a better life, though. We would not want to die.
Speak for yourself.
You're like, I can mod myself to die immediately whenever.
Exactly.
And then I can mod it to bring you back.
God damn it. Why won't you let me die?
Because I love you too much. Remember, I'm a necromancer.
Oh god, yeah.
You're
She's a
a
necrodancer.
necro what?
Necromancer.
Oh, necromancer. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna be whenever we do our new campaign.
No, yeah, that's
Y'all
cool.
are gonna love this character. I mean, not as much as Hag.
I love Tag, yeah. You killed
I'm gonna keep Hag.
she's
She's
still
gonna be an
alive.
NPC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep her as an NPC.
She's still living. She's still kicking.
Yeah.
With her
Uh,
Brussels
well,
sprouts.
So far, we haven't gotten to the end of the campaign yet, so we don't know if that's gonna be accurate.
Shut up. She's still alive. She's still kicking. And if she's not, then I could get my other character to bring her back to life. So fuck you.
The DM has all the power.
I do.
He'll murder all of us.
I do want to.
He could wish, but it's all in the roll.
You say it's all in the roll, but he can put insurmountable odds in front of us.
That is very true. I can summon like
Well,
what was
with
that
our
giant?
team, we like to think outside of the box.
No, you're not summoning a Tarask.
I could summon a Tarask and fuck y'all all
What's a
up.
Tarask?
It's
It is
basically like a giant ass dragon that you cannot kill.
It is an undefeatable.
But- You may not be able to kill it, but you can ensnare it. You can curse it. You can.
Maybe.
You
Well,
can
that's the
fall
thing.
in love
It's
with it.
it's a weak.
You can seduce it.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Come here, Tarask. Rolls and then
Big titties, no ugly face again.
Yeah.
I can't
It's like goes like this. The Tarask is confused but slightly interested.
Hey, he's a.
I just get in my disguise and I'm like, ooh, twist.
Whisk! Come over here to Whisk!
I've never seen a Tarask. All I imagine is I know this is wrong. but
She's gonna
before
look up
you-
a picture.
Yeah, before
Yeah,
you
alright.
describe it, just know the idea that I have in my mind is. Do you remember from the first Avengers movie those things that fly in the sky or whatever that
Yeah.
Hulk punched? That's what I imagine. Now I imagine that thing getting seduced, just be like, "Oh, Tarask!"
By a honey-faced titty monger.
Okay, what do you think a Tarask looks like?
He just described it.
Those flying
Like,
things from Avengers.
It's not flying.
The big giant thing. You know
It's
what I'm
got
talking about?
legs.
It has legs.
This is a Tarask.
I mean, you know, if it were flying and had less arm and leg, I could
It
see
looks
it.
like a dinosaur,
But
You want me
it's
to tell
not.
you scale-wise how this looks?
Yeah.
like a T-Rex.
You're gonna be about as big as its toenail.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
man,
a
shit.
a.
I thought-
Maybe.
I thought we were gonna be we were gonna be the size of the gunk under his toenail. So like the fact that we're the size of a toenail ain't bad. Well, maybe
But-
I'm the size
Now-
of a
now I'm
toenail.
slightly
Some of
more-
y'all aren't.
It's an
I'm slightly
invulnerable.
more afraid to
It is
seduce.
impervious to physical attacks, through magical attacks, through every kind of attack.
Not
It is impervious
not
to everything.
Not emotional attacks.
You
Just
break it down,
insulted.
It starts crying.
Like, hey, you big bitch! Get some lotion, you look like scales, you motherfucker!
Rolls a nat 20. The Tarask starts to cry.
Tresco cries, runs home, starts
Gets his
writing
mom.
in his diary about how you're being mean to it
Yeah.
and how it just wants love.
No, he gets his mom, and his mom's like 10 times bigger than he is.
They say,
And it's just like Trask, Mrs. Trask. Did you insult my child?
And then he seduces her.
hey, and then you disrespect the first Tarask by saying I'm your stepdad now.
And so then we emotionally hurt him more.
No, you go back to the
Double
first track and be
tap.
like, I'm fucking your mom. I'm fucking your mom right now.
Right now, Tarask, boy.
Man, double tap.
They said we couldn't beat a Tarask. We became a stepdad. Get out of my face.
I love D&D.
I'm like, hey, I'm making another Trask brother.
He gonna be real ugly. Cause of me, he gonna be like part. He gonna be part a couple of things. You know what I'm saying?
Part orc, part human,
Yeah.
and part Trask.
Yeah. Gilbert. I can't. I wish I could.
No,
I can just emotionally
it has like Trask arms and like orc legs.
Awesome.
I'm always off balance.
Do you want me to tell you its armor class and its hit points?
Yes, lay that shit on them.
So, I'm gonna start with the hit points. Hit points on this thing is 676. That is really fucking high.
It's a lot of rolls.
No, his armor class.
Doable though.
Once you hear the armor class, you don't know. 25.
Doable.
Girl!
Emotional damage. It surpasses.
You'd
any
have to be
shield.
like a level 10 just to have
Maybe.
to be able to somewhat give it damage.
And then it's like this. It's like, man.
Yeah, it's just
What
like
the fuck is this?
Psychological damage is you can be at any level.
But when it went home and it talked to its mom, now what did we say? Sticks and stones could never hurt you, but words, I'll go talk to him.
I'll go talk to him, and it's just like, "Ooh, you hurt my baby's feelings."
Ooh, whoa, rolls for seduction. Come over here, Trask.
I'm like,
What are you now,
is
a
that a
bard?
orc penis?
Hey, yes. Look.
Oh, eventually we can get him to multi-class, and then he'll be a bard paladin.
Yeah, you can multi.
I feel like bards aren't the
Yeah,
only
well,
ones
you
who
have to
can
get.
seduce.
Yeah, I have to wait till
You
second
have
level
Iron
multi-class.
Who literally can
Okay,
seduce
first
everyone.
thing, girl. Iron Bull's powered BioWare, not D&D.
I'm just saying. They do have classes still though.
Well, then again, there is now a Dragon Age game that you could play that's kind of like doing D&D.
We bounced from
They have
My
classes
Hero
still.
to
D&D.
Skyrim to D&D.
Yeah, that seems pretty nerdy to me.
Oh yeah.
And Renaissance Fair. We talked briefly about that.
We
Oh, yeah.
We did. I'm talking about how you wake up with that Sherwood.
And
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You sure would.
it says
Now
like,
I
"Hey, would you like to get rid of this for me?" And she goes, "I sure would."
Yeah, I sure would.
Thank you.
Hey, look.
If I can, I would like to do a costume for sure would.
Hey, that's Leon you. You know
I'll
what I'm
probably
saying?
do like Siri or Yennefer or something. I'd probably try to do something.
You
like
would be
that.
an adorable Siri.
I know. I've already looked into like starting costuming things for that eventually.
Mitch can be a swole Jasker.
You say Mitch?
Oh no.
You said Mitch and Swole. That's a confusing sentence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wyatt can be a swole Jasker because I was thinking about
Wyatt-
bringing up Mitch's bard
Oh yeah.
because I was gonna bring that up but then we got
He can
caught
play
out
the, he
on
can
the
play the
Sherwood.
hell out of the fucking.
Yeah, I want.
I know. I plan on
I
getting
think
a mandolin.
I can see it working as
He's been
he's a
like
bard
playing my
that tries to
ukulele for it.
that tries to seduce, but is just like very awkward at it.
But then he rolls a 20, and then she finds the awkwardness.
He's just.
Very,
Nice.
she's just like, oh, he's so awkward. Get in bed now.
They're like, that's so courageous of you to hit on me. No one's ever done that before.
No one's ever done it so awkwardly, but so seductively.
But then he rolls like a mid-range, and it's like,
And
well,
then,
and
he
he does this. You last about 10 to 12 minutes, so you did okay. You know what I'm saying? You rolled for
dexterity.
Performance.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
performance.
roll for athletics. And that's what he's doing. It like goes up on the ceiling. Just,
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, I have a child, and Mitch is like, oh.
Roll for stealth.
Disengage.
I'm going to steal what is it called? A Lunchable from the fridge on my way out.
And a juice box. You know, need that vitamin C.
They do this. Oh, you rolled a 10. The kid wakes up. What do you tell it? Hey.
Hey, we're restless.
This is like that comic, The Suburbs and Humans or whatever, where it was
Yeah.
the dragons playing the human game, and it was like roll to divert eye contact or whatever with his wife. It's like that.
We need to have one podcast where there's nothing but D&D.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen sooner or later.
I know, but we need to do
We're
it.
gonna be in the middle of a campaign. We're gonna do a podcast, and it's gonna be all we're gonna be able to fucking talk about. So, I mean, look, how much time is removed from the last time we were playing, and it's already been a large part of this podcast. So,
Yeah.
True.
yeah, it's just bound We're bound to it.
It's gonna
Unfortunately,
happen.
when you're a nerd, you just have so many nerdy things to chat about. And
Yeah,
love
when
and
you
stuff,
you got so much on your nerd list.
Yeah, law of surprise.
Because we had way more stuff to talk about in this podcast that we haven't even got to. Because we've just been off
Oh,
the
yeah.
rail.
We're gonna have to break this into a 2-parter. It's like we come back in part 2, and now we start over again. Like, hey, this is part 2.
I mean,
Or
we
just
could,
the next podcast.
we could do this right here. We could cut it here, and then we'll talk about DC stuff. So I could just literally go click, save episode 18,
And then
we can
go
talk
to
about
DC.
stuff.
That works.
All right, that way it's kind of categorized a little bit, and I know we'll just start with DC.
And I think this one is already over like an hour almost.
Oh no,
an
it is.
hour,
Yeah. So we did good. What you guys think? I would tell you to leave it in the comments down below, but I'm not sure if that's a thing we can do.
Check out all of our Instagrams or whatever. Shoot us
Yeah,
a
that's
message
usually
if you
what I
want to
do.
talk about all
I
that
add-
bullshit and whatnot.
Yeah, I usually add everybody's Instagram and then I throw in FMB.
We all
Yeah.
cute. We all cute. Post pictures except for Austin. Austin has no photos.
Yeah,
but
you
maybe-
need to post
maybe
some
soon.
pictures.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to post pictures.
I will teach you.
I don't know how to do things.
Yes.
Hey guys, if you go to follow his Instagram, we're fixing to take his first picture that he's gonna upload, and it'll be for like the podcast. You know?
Oh, I thought when you were doing the thing, I was like, don't send it. Don't let me upload a dick pic.
Alright, perfect. I got you when you weren't expecting it. So
What does it look like?
Hold on, wait. Let it process. Let it process.
If it looks like trash, I'm telling you to delete it.
Nah, you're happy. Look how happy you are. And then you got her in the back.
Let me see.
I got food in my teeth.
Oh, cute. I don't see anything.
I don't see food in your teeth. Where do you see food in your teeth?
Oh, it's a little light spot.
That's just your
I
teeth,
think
bro.
that's just glisten from your gum.
Oh,
I think. Smile again. Yeah, it's just glistening.
alright.
You just got shiny gums,
Glistening,
bro.
it's
Shiny
Shiny
gums
gums
in
in
me.
me. Yeah, I was thinking
Alright, get out of here. We hope you enjoyed that episode. If you want to see the picture I just took at him where he may or may not have something in your teeth, go check out his Instagram. This has been an episode of The Nerd Word, and in the next episode, we're going to talk about DC, and prominently I'm going to talk on the Joker a little bit because, you know, I have theories, so
And I'm talking about.
I need to get them out. Anyway, I'm Wyatt.
I'm Austin.
I'm Miranda.
And I'm Cecily.
All right, nerds. See you later.
Nerds.
Nerd.
Time for a pee break.
I like that my chair rolls. I was just able to slide over here.
So smooth.